Hey everyone, and it's been a while since I made a video. Like, it's been a really long time, probably, actually. But I'm gonna be reviewing the Lego Marvel Black Panther Wakanda Forever King Namor's Throne Room set. This is obviously from the new Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie, which I will be making a separate video on, just expressing my thoughts on the movie itself. But for now, I'm gonna be reviewing the Lego set. This is King Namor's Throne Room, as I said, which has 3 minifigures with Namor, Atuma, and Shuri, who's in the little ship thing. So let's start off with the figures first, and I'll move on to the actual build. So the first minifigure we have up here is Namor or Namor. I don't really know. They pronounce it 2 different ways in the movie. And so I guess you can just say either one, but I just call it Namor. I've been calling him that for like the longest time already. So anyway, here he is. This is actually pretty good looking design. It doesn't look too much like the one in the movie because for instance, like the necklace here had a lot more green and different variations of that color. On the necklace here, it's mainly just a gold, and he doesn't have the facial hair either, or the other jewelry on him. It's much simplified, I guess you could say. But it still looks really nice. I really like how this figure turned out. It's really awesome how he even has the side leg printing for his wings, which is pretty cool. And then he also has this little spear weapon here, which isn't his traditional trident that he always has from the comic books. And his face print actually does look a lot more like the comic version of Namor, which is pretty cool. It's a really nice expression, actually. And it uses the hairpiece, I believe, from the Series 3 Elf, from like a long time ago. And then the back, he does have some more printing, along with this little angry face, which actually also works pretty well. Even though if the figure isn't exactly the most accurate to the movie design, it still looks really good. So that's it for Namor. Oh yeah, I also forgot to say, if I end up spoiling something in this movie, just blame it on my dog. He forgot to tell me, so like I don't know, just blame it on my dog. This next figure is Atuma. So this is actually a pretty cool design. He's the only other Atlantean figure that we get besides him and besides Namor, which is kind of weird. Like we didn't get Namora or literally any other soldier from Atlantis, which is really odd, given that we get Wakandan soldiers here, but we don't get any we don't get their opponents, we don't get to see the Atlanteans or whatever they were called in the movie. So like, I don't know, it's kind of weird that this is the only other Atlantean we got. Nevertheless, it's still a really great looking figure. You can really see the extra details that they put on the figure, which is really nice. He just has a regular spear though. But I don't know, I just like the detailing on it, although I kind of wish they had dual molded legs because it's kind of weird how it's just cut off on the sides. And he also has a specialized helmet piece, which actually looks really, really good. I don't know if it's dual molded, but it's a very nice piece that's exclusive to this figure. And you can see the face print as well looks really nice, which does have an alternate to it with a more calm-ish look to it. Oh, and you can also see some back torso printing. But that is it for the figure of Atuma. Let's move on to the final figure. So our last figure is Shuri, which this is actually an exclusive figure, I believe. I don't think she actually wore this outfit in the movie. She mainly just had like a jacket and civilian clothes until the end of the movie where she had her Black Panther suit on. But I don't know, this is still a really nice design. It's like, I guess, a custom suit, I guess. I don't know, but I really like the purples on it. And the detailing is pretty good. Although the gold here is really odd. I don't really like how that looks. I kind of wish it was just a nice purple because it did have a nice color scheme to it. You can see some more printing continuing onto the back. She also has a special hairpiece. I guess it's new to her, to Shuri. So this is actually a really nice design with an exclusive face print to her, which is nice because I believe last time they just reused the face print. Oh, and then you can see this other face on the back, which is the regular happy smile. So just a very joyful look for both of the expressions here. And you can also see that she has these little blaster thingies here, which is a thing that she uses in the previous movies. She doesn't use it as much in this movie though, as she did before, and that's another spoiler. My bad, guys. But anyway, yeah, let's move on to the actual set so I stop spoiling now. So now we have the actual build of the set, which is the throne room itself, and then the little speeder here. I'll start with the little side build first, and then we'll move on to the little throne room. So we have the thing, which was this in the movie? I don't know. Okay, you know what? Forget spoilers. I'm literally just gonna spoil it from now. You guys probably already got the warning. Anyway, so this is like the speeder thing that I believe Nakia uses, which she's from the other set, to go into the little water place. I don't know if it looked like this before. I don't know. It seems unusually oversized, but as it stands, it looks good on its own, like without a minifigure and everything. It's pretty cute, I guess. It's just a cute build. It's very small. You can see the nice details on it with the stuff here in the back for the little engine. And then this whole area is like just the seating with a bunch of these panels. So it just sits a figure there, which is a very odd connection. And they do have a control panel inside. And then at the very front, there's a sticker as well as these little stud shooters where if you press this, it's going to launch super far. So I'm not going to even bother with that. So you just grab your figure and then you just slide them through and it goes in right there. And I believe that's really how it works. And you just close it up. It's very odd connection here because like you don't exactly know how they get the seat. They literally have it face down. But in the movie, it was sort of like that. But it wasn't this whole scuba vehicle. It looked more like a suit. But I don't know. I guess they just turned this into a little vessel itself. Which, I mean, it looks kind of odd with the minifigure inside it. But it's still a cute design, I guess. But yeah, that's it for this little build. Let's move on to the throne room. So here is the actual throne room, which is technically just the throne of the set. There is no other side build, which I do like how this turned out. It's like a shark, the jaws of a shark, I believe. I think in the actual movie, that's really what it was. Although it has more darker colors to it, which I feel like in the movie, they did have a much darker design. It could have just been the lighting. It wasn't just pure white design to it. But as it stands, it looks pretty good, actually. I really like the way it turned out with all of these teeth laid out there. And then you can actually adjust that little jaw so you can move it back or you can have it closed. It actually does have some stickers to it. You can actually see some of those on there. And even on the side here with some fangs to represent the teeth, I'd imagine. And at the very center of the throne is actually a seat for Namor. But honestly, I kind of hate the way that looks. Like, they have this beautiful dark red here until you reach here. For some reason, they use light red. It's like they're trying to show that this is a seat, but like you can kind of know you don't need to have this bright red thing. But I guess it looks much better actually when you have the figure on. And on the back, they just have this awkward brick wall here, which I'm not really sure what it does. It looks kind of odd. I feel like they could have maybe expanded it more instead of just have it as a small piece. Because if you look at it from the front, it looks fine. But then if you look at it from the side, it looks pretty bad. Especially from the back, it looks even worse. Because it's just this odd wall here. This wall, short chunk here. They could have just expanded on that a little bit more. And other than that, there's nothing bad about this, actually. This is pretty good. This looks really nice. I really like the way it's shaped, where they have this sort of steps going up to the platform of Namor's throne. And around it, you can see that they do have these various plant life around it. Which looks nice, as well as some fishes that are kind of just placed there. You can just have it clipped on and you just put it back on there. And then there's actually a hidden feature here which you can see is a little disc launcher. So you go over to the back, you can actually open this little panel, which doesn't really do anything. It just holds in this here, which is a little bit of a hidden feature in a way. But then again, it has these bright red things which are kind of annoying, because they do kind of like, it just looks out of place in my opinion. With the dark colors. But when you pull that out, you can actually see that they have gems hidden in there. So it's nothing really connected to the movie. It's just a nice added detail, I guess. It just easily slides into that hollow area. But not only that is it not just a compartment, but it actually also is a disc launcher. So you can actually see a disc right there. So if you press it, supposedly... Am I even pushing the right? Oh, never mind. I'm not pushing. My bad. Okay. Yeah. That's it. You basically just push that in, and then it launches a disc, and you can just slide it back in pretty easily. And that looks pretty... Damn it. Okay, forget easily. This is actually kind of annoying to put it back on. Okay, never mind. That was easy. I'm just being dumb. Anyway, so you just put it back. Just push this here. It's not really connected to anything. You can literally just pull it out. And you just press the back, and the disc goes pretty far. It actually works pretty well. I really do like how that feature turned out. Anyways, I think that's really it for the builds of this set. I guess I show you guys the box. Well, how do I do these reviews again? I'm pretty sure I showed you the box and stuff, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so here is the box for this set. Yeah. I don't know, I guess I just show you the box, and here's the bag. Okay, actually though, you can actually see the nice artwork here, of the Wakanda Forever guys, which actually shows the Lego one, and then on the front, it shows the actual artwork of the characters, which is pretty cool. I like how they've just been doing, I don't know, it's just something interesting that I want to point out. Here are the instructions, which actually look kind of garbage. Like, it's just this weird render. I don't want to know what happened to the background of it. Like, it looks so plain. I mean, like, what happened to the instructions? Anyway, here, you can see at the back they have an ad for the sets, which honestly, none of them I like. I mean, Groot's kind of cool, even though the eyes look creepy. But everything else is kind of boring. I don't know, Marvel's not very good this year. But I guess I could make another video on that, talking about how Marvel is not very good this year with the Lego stuff. And yeah, anyway, okay, I guess I move on to my thoughts. So yeah, let's talk about the set now. So this was King Namor's throne room set. Okay, my thoughts. It's cool. I don't know. Okay, actually, I do actually like how the set turned out. It has this interesting pod thing, which honestly isn't very important. But I guess it's a cool add-on. The throne room is very nice. Generally, very nice. Although they had some annoying colors with it, like with the bright red, which honestly doesn't match. But other than that, I think the overall structure looks nice. I like how it leads up to the throne. There's a little platform. Maybe it could have been expanded upon just a little bit. There are parts that definitely need to be expanded upon. Like definitely this back wall thing, which is just a weird chunk. And like they don't even expand on it like even more, which is kind of weird. I don't know what else they could have done. Maybe they could have just removed it. But I don't know. It would have been nice if they added something extra to the set. In terms of the minifigures, I think they're all pretty good. Even though Namor isn't the most accurate design to the movie, I do like how it turned out. It's more actually, it looks more like the comic design, which I like, so I don't mind that. And the rest of the figures are also pretty cool. Another thing I would have liked was maybe add a fourth figure, like maybe add another Atlantean or whatever they were called. I believe the actual thing was called Talokan, but in the comics they were called Atlantis, so I'm more used to calling them that. But I kind of wish he added another soldier-like figure for them, because if you had Wakandan forces in the other set, you should at least also have the Atlantean soldiers, right? That would have been cool and would have made more sense, since this is the only other set based off of Atlantis. And honestly, I kind of wish they just made more sets on Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I think it was a decent movie, and you could have had a lot of cool scenes that they could have recreated in the sets, but that's kind of a problem with the overall line in general. But yeah, that's really it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.